Hello. Okay, there it is. I said hello like 3 times already. All right, one more time. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Sorry for the delay, but I decided it was better to restart my computer rather than have it get all glitchy and confused while I had stuff to do. So when I hear that little voice in my head, it is usually the right call. Speaking of voices in my head, oh man, so what? How many of y'all woke up this morning and found out that the Sussexes are returning to Narnia? That was a surprise, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting that when I went to bed last night, and so that changed everything, didn't it? Uh, but excuse me, but still, very welcome news. I am glad for it. Um, Let me see. Okay, let me take a look here. But anyway, so that gave me a little something extra to do today, and I'm glad for it. Wasn't the exact direction I thought we were going to go. Thank you guys for participating in the video yesterday for my review of The Princess. I do realize that there was some portions of that may have been a bit triggering to people, especially when I played that bit of audio, and I do regret that happened. But it helped to make the point, and you know, I knew going into The Princess exactly where it was likely to go for me, and so anybody who lived through it real time knows exactly how you felt during that period when you heard the news. And yeah, it was just, oh man. So yeah, I knew it was going to have that effect. And so I advise anyone who hasn't seen it, still, you need to watch it. And as someone pointed out yesterday, absent the royal reporters, it was refreshing, even though it was a bit painful in certain places. It confirms a lot of things, but it was so refreshing that you didn't see those usual royal reporters popping up on the screen. I promise you, I'm not making this up. There have been times when I wanted to watch a documentary or two about anybody in the royal family, and all of a sudden I will see one of those talking heads, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I am out of here. It's just like one of the actors that I don't like so much. When I see them in anything, it's difficult for me to watch it, just because they're such a turnoff. So um, yeah, so and I promise you, there's no. I don't think I can't recall seeing any of them, which is refreshing. I don't recall seeing not a single. Oh wait, or like some of the older people say, not now one. I did not see not now one, not now. Oh, the troll spray. Okay, yes, we could do that. Let me do that right now. Okay, trolls. Say whatever you need to say because your time is short. And I think we're gonna go back. Let me see. How far should we go back? Let me see. Oh, there it is. Let's go back 2 weeks. Yes, we'll go back 2 weeks. So, Derangers, if you want to comment, please maintain an account with Royal Sussex. Not an account, but you have to subscribe to be hateful. And then after that, we're going to block you forever anyway. So Um, Go ahead and subscribe so you know where to hate, when to hate, and how to hate every day on the Sussexes, on me, or whatever. And now you know what to do. So yeah, let's do that. We'll go back a couple weeks. Did I do it already? Wow. While I'm talking, I've already gotten it done. All right. All right. So there we have it. But yeah, you guys, um, derangers, you really ought not have hate in your heart. It is so unhealthy for you. It really is unhealthy to wake up every day with hate in your heart. There are so many other things you can do. Nobody is here to destroy the monarchy. They are going to do that to themselves. And yeah, so there's just nothing that I can say or do that's going to um, exacerbate that. Did I use that word properly? Exacerbate? Can that lead to blindness? Ah, somebody's in a good mood today. Oh man. Oh. Oh, I appreciate that, haters. That you want the best for me is totally unexpurgated, whatever that means. Oh. um. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm thinking of weird stuff that is going to stay in my head because I rather you guys, y- you know, uh, not really get to know me that well. Okay, okay. I'm done with my giggles for now. All right. So let me say hi to a few people before we get started. Let me see. I got this big grin on my face that I just can't remove because the Sussexes will be back in the UK and in Dusseldorf. They're going to Dusseldorf, which is one of my favorite German towns to say. Dusseldorf. I just love the way it rolls off the tongue. But they're going to be in, what is it, Manchester and Dusseldorf. Gesundheit. Dusseldorf. Gesundheit. Oh man. So yeah. So get ready for that. I know I am. And you haters get ready for it too because um you know how we get in the Sussex squad when something like that happens. You know how we get all caught up in our feelings. So be prepared for that. So you guys, can you believe it? While I'm sitting here stalling, I just made a thumbnail for today. Can't believe it, but yeah, I just made a thumbnail. Okay, and I'm done with it. So my undivided attention at this point. This way I won't have to do it later. Gosh, I hate making thumbnails. I do all of mine custom, so there is a bit of a you got to think, okay, now what do I want to say today? You know what I mean? What am I trying to convey? I don't have one of those thumbnail makers. I just cut and paste the whole thing myself. And you're probably saying to yourself, like, uh-huh, we can tell. We can tell you don't use a thumbnail maker. It shows. And I would reply, of course, thank you. Or should I say, I would retort? Yes, I'll probably retort with, thank you. You all are so supportive. Okay, guys, I promise I'm almost there. Let me do this, and we are. Never mind. I don't really need to do that. Never mind that. Okay. Now streaming. Yes, now streaming. Okay. Hello to oh, wait. All right, let me see. I'm glad I restarted my computer. It would get so glitchy if I didn't. Oh yeah, I mean I'm scrolling and everything is going so smooth. Love it. All right, so thank you so much for the super sticker, Angela Riri. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Monday to you. Speaking of which, don't forget, you guys, tomorrow and the next day, I'm probably going to start later. I have a dental appointment tomorrow, so they can finish scratching around in my mouth, and uh, and then I have my aunt the next day. So, uh, Ray J. Windley, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love you too. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm sorry, it's a super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, and Pam Porter. Hi, Baron. Starting the week with a bang. Yes, we are, aren't we? We are starting the week with a bang. I mean, everybody went to bed last night thinking, I wonder what the Sussexes are going to do next, only to receive the news that they have not one, but two and possibly more engagements in September. So good news there. And and we just get to smile and think about it all the way up into that point and beyond. So win-win, right? But anyway, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for being a member as well. I just noticed that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, and okay, I think I'm all caught up with the super chats and the super stickers. Yes, I am. Okay. So, hello to Fatima Ba, Annie Bennett, Mary Hiker. I hope you're well today. I'm glad you're here. Claudia Sims, Mary H., Francilia Mosley, Rochelle Baldreau, Rick, Joan Commonwealther, Lydia Washington, Elena 2012, Annie Bullard, Gwendolyn Daniels, and Latoya Morris. Hello. Let me see. Then Anne, yeah, you did tell me that. You all have been trying to tell me. I'm going to talk about that soon. Thank you so much. And thanks for being here, Jenny H, Faith, Hope, Love. Rosa Roberts wants to say hi to a bunch of people. Anastasia Isabella. And let's see. Carolyn Tubbs is here. Kenneth Doug. Karen. Favi Baron, Ray Raquel. Let's see. Marjorie is here. Okay. Letitia Malone. Okay, I think I'm going to start going into repeating myself. Compton Cali Girl. Joan Garcia. Let's see. Ma Jones. Okay. Monique Powers. Okay. Welcome. All right, so before I start repeating myself, let me go back in the other direction here. Okay. And slides. I need my slides. Of course, this is the one from yesterday. Okay, I'll just leave that there while I grab the others. And yeah, and I'm not going to talk about this, about the princess as much as I did yesterday, just ever so little because whew, that took a lot out of me yesterday. I'm sure it took a lot out of us yesterday. So, and I know you all talked about it with Pedo earlier, and and it's good though that we have a chance to review these things because we definitely do not want the people's princess voice to be silenced forever, even though that is what the institution wants. But we'll continue to talk about this as things evolve because as I said, I'm going to talk about Afro Annie soon. I noticed something with her today, and I will share that with you. Hello, Thrive with the Sussexes. Welcome. All right, so let's get over here. Prince Harry and the Duchess Meghan to visit the United Kingdom next month. So, this is the best way I can. Well, let me just say this. Thank you, Omid Scobie, because when I saw this, okay, I'm going to confess, I saw it before I went to bed last night because I'm usually up late. So I saw this and I'm just like, oh man, is this true or is somebody messing around? Should I plan for this for tomorrow's show? And I said, nah, and then I saw that Omid Scobie mentioned it. And I said, oh, it must be true if Omid said it. So that's why I love having Omid um, on my Twitter, so that when something happens like that, when I really need to confirm something, then I go to Omid, or perhaps I will go to a couple of other people on the Twitter that I know is likely accurate, because otherwise, I really do take a second look at most things that are posted, because you never know when it's a deranger just messing around. So always a good idea to do that. Um, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I said I try to do that, but not always. But yeah, but definitely my intention is to verify, because we just have to do that. Um, and plus, sometimes you have like a rogue deranger who is laying there waiting to spread misinformation, and that's not good. It just sows seeds of confusion amongst people, and that's never a good idea, right? So let's see. What is that? Huh. Okay. Uh, Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to mention that one. All right, on to this. On Labor Day, September 5th, the couple will spend time at the One Young World Summit in Manchester, England, where Meghan will deliver a keynote address during the opening ceremony for young leaders. Very cool. And then, of course, the following day, the Duke and Duchess will be flying over to Germany for a special 1 year ago event, for 1 year to go event, not year ago, but a year to go, for the 2023 Invictus Games in Dusseldorf. And then 2 days later, Harry and Meghan will return to the UK for the WellChild Awards, a ceremony celebrating the inspirational qualities of solidarity. I'm sorry, solidarity. Listen to me. Seriously ill children and young people in Britain, alongside those who care for them. I don't know why I said solidarity, but probably because of the way we are with the Sussexes. That's where the solidarity comes from. Okay. And my mind was wandering a bit as I was reading that. So that is the schedule as we know it thus far. Now, I'm not going to get into the security right now. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. Whatever it is, you guys, before you get yourselves all upset and worried, I understand it, but trust Harry. I say it over and over and over again. Trust his judgment. Harry knows what the concerns, the threats are. He's very aware of things. And as we know, when the Sussexes visit other countries, they tend to get better, security than they do in the United Kingdom, but let's hope this time that they prove us wrong, you know, because as you know, the last time Harry went to an event for the Whale Child, it was during the unveiling of the sculpture in the sunken garden, the statue of his mother, and of course, there was a surprise trip to the Well Child. Well, Well Child at the time, if you guys recall, we were in the very depths of the pandemic, and I don't think at that time there was actually a vaccine, right? And so it was held outdoors in Kew Garden, and which is so appropriate because that was a garden that was cultivated with the input, if not the guidance and direction, of Queen Charlotte. And of course, Queen Charlotte, we have all said or may have heard that she was this biracial queen, even though people have tried to diminish that or cover it up or whatever. The proof seems to be in those very accurate paintings and the way she has been mentioned in correspondence of the day. So she was a very strong willed, outspoken. She even said that if she wasn't a woman of her time, she would probably have been able to do more in her life in so many words. So it's a good thing that it was there because I don't know. I think that energy of that was probably a good thing. So Harry was by himself. The Duchess of Sussex stayed home, and so the reason why I'm speaking about this is because at some point when they found out when they found out that Harry was there, when I believe it was because the families, if not the Wellchild themselves, began to post those images on social media, it alerted the tabloids, and there was an incident where they tried to follow Harry once they left the place. And of course, if there was royal protection officers involved, that would likely not have happened at all. And so this is the difference between having security without any intelligence or reconnaissance or anything like that, able to function within the United Kingdom as an outsider who's not even armed, compared to having a royal protection officer who would have that type of information, would have more authority in case of an emergency or being followed by the paparazzi or such. So it's just better for everybody involved. So again, trust Harry's judgment. He knows what he's doing, and whatever happens, we always have his back. So please don't despair. I can understand that you're going to feel what you're feeling. I will feel it too. We all felt the same way waiting for Lily Diana's birth. And if I mean that day we were listening to Tina and Michelle. Then the news came out. I don't think it was an accident that it, or just by chance that it came out during, the Tina and Michelle. I don't think that was an accident at all. I think it was quite deliberate. But that's when we found out, and everybody was able to breathe a sigh of relief. So that is how the squad gets caught up in his feelings. Totally understandable, but you know, trust Harry to um, make this visit go as uneventful as possible. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Okay, okay. So, oh yeah. By the way, thank you for that comment. And looks like we got a new member, Elaine Parker. No, Elaine Parker's been a 12 months. 12 months, Elaine Parker? How is that possible? Royal Sussex only just started, what, a couple of months ago, right? Wow, that is so cool. Wow, time really does go by. Elaine Parker has been a member for an entire year. I got to make some more of those stickers. Speaking of which, I am going to Um, okay. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay. Oh, wait, what is this? What is this? Oh, no. Okay. All right, all right, all right. You know what? Before I'm looking at stuff that I bet not push that button. I want to just pin you to the. Oh, I guess I can't do that. But anyway, thank you, Elaine Parker. I'm not going to mess with that because if I do something, I might put you in timeout or something. So, but thank you. Oh man, yeah, I don't want to get too crafty for my own good. Oh, and thank you so much, Elaine Parker, for the super sticker. You have been incredibly supportive to Royal Sussex, and I do appreciate it. Um, and thank you again for being a member for 12 months. 12 months. I am getting sentimental, Elaine. I am getting very sentimental. Wow. I think that's the first time is that the first or maybe the second time that I've seen someone has been a member for 12 months? That is so cool. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Guys, give me just a second. Okay. Wow, that is amazing. Pedo, hi Pedo. I was listening to you earlier. I heard you prosecuting a case earlier, which you do so well. Oh man, Pedo, I don't ever want to be on your wrong side. You bring the truth to the truth. I love that. You know I love that. Such a fan. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't ever want to be on Pedal's wrong side. So if anything ever gets weird, please let me know first so I can pack my stuff and get out of town. Oh man. Yep, so I just pack my stuff and go. I'll join the French Foreign Legion or something. Oh. I usually I sit there and I'm just like, give them hell, pedal, give them hell. Oh man. Okay, but somebody's got to do it, right? That's what I say. Somebody's got to do it. All right, so Omid Scobie, more details about the Sussexes at the One Young World Summit in Manchester next month. And I think this is the one that I did a screenshot when I heard it because I wanted to make sure that it was real. So this was Omid's first, um, you know, posting about it. During their time at the event, there will also be meetings with a group of summit delegates doing outstanding work on gender equality. So then, of course, that was because that post came from One Young World, and it just evolved from there. So we're delighted to announce Meghan and Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, will be attending the One World Summit in Manchester this September. And I believe the date is the 5th. It's Labor Day for us, right? Okay. And Duchess will be delivering keynote address. Lovely. And then let's go here. All right. So Glow. Oh, wait. Let me go back. Oh, what am I doing? The more I try to fix this, the worse I'm doing here. Okay. This is what I wanted to do just to make sure I can see it. Breaking news as announced by those rotten tabloids. Apparently, Prince Harry and Princess Meghan will be in the UK in September for the One Young World Summit, 5th September. I love that. Those rotten tabloids. I love it. I love it. I saw that. I'm just like, yes, without all of the pleasantries and politeness, that's exactly what most of us were probably thinking when we saw that, celebration with a bit of disdain for the messengers. Meaning, of course, there's I think that, yeah, the Mail Online begrudgingly had to write the story. Harry and Meghan will visit UK next month for the first time since the Platinum Jubilee for charity event. And of course, they had to find photos of them to use where they were having an unguarded moment or whatever. Anyway, they love to try to, and if this is the best they could do to try to make them look bad, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I mean, the have you seen the struggle that it takes for them to try to find a bad photo of the Duchess of Sussex? They really, really have to do a lot of work. Whereas for the other couple, it's like a rate of about 70 to 30%. 70% are just awful. And what does make it into the pages of the tabloids is heavily airbrushed and still looks bad, but I'm not going to be shady today because I'm in a celebratory mood. Harry and Meg will also visit Germany as part of their trip too. Yes, yes, yes. More of that. Travel to Manchester. Yep, we saw that already. And so there is a past photo. I remember that hairstyle, and of course the I guess I'm going to call it burgundy maroon. Was that a dress that she was wearing? I would think it was a dress, but yeah. Audrey Teschner, thank you so much for the super chat. Evening, squad, family, and moderators. Much love and respect from South Africa. Our faves is blessed by the Most High. Yes, Audrey Teschner. Yes. Yes, I'm going to say hallelujah to that one. You are so, so, so right. Let's see. Oh. I hope not, Beto. Please, please. I only have so much luggage. Oh man. I promise you, when I listen to pedal, I shake my head a lot like yes, 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 give them hell. Yes. That is my usual reaction. Oh man. Let me see. Please look into. Oh, okay, okay. That was not for me. Okay, and she is still smiling, trying to make Prince Harry look like he doesn't want to be there. So sad. Uh, let me see. Trying to make Prince Harry look like he doesn't want to be there. So sad. I'm not sure I get that one. Okay. All right. No. Okay. I'm sure it's just. All right. So let me see. We all know Willie and Kate have a trove of horrid, distant-looking photos, angry pictures, and what do you want here? Pick. Yes, they do have that. What do you want here? And so on. Absolutely. Yes, it is hard to find a bad photo. Yeah, and I've seen some. Oh my god, it's a couple of really bad ones out there that the derangers swap amongst themselves. Where I'm just like, you guys, if you try any harder, if you try any harder, please do not make me unpack my Cambridge photos because you know I got a few. But okay, enough about those people. So anyway, that is one of the photos from the past event. And this, of course, the Duchess has been a proud counselor since 2014. So, just as a reminder, One Young World invites young adults from all over the world actively working to transform the socio political landscape by being the greater good. They are the change. Duchess of Success. So that is a quote. And then, of course, I think this one was in Dublin. I think that was the Dublin 2014. The Duke and Duchess will also be meeting with a group of summit delegates. Yes, that again. But I think she looks amazing there. Check out those arms. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so this one right here. Um, this was, of course, in Canada, right? Ottawa. I think that is the Parliament building back there, whatever they call that building. I believe it's their Parliament, and I suspect that was in Ottawa. Marco, in a blog post about the experience on, let me see, can't see that behind the dot. There it is. On the TIG, her lifestyle blog, wrote the following. When I was asked to be a counselor at One Young World, my response was a resounding yes. One Young World invites young adults from all over the world who are actively working to transform the socio-political landscape by being the greater good. I don't know why that seems weird to me, but it makes sense. By being the greater good, not for the greater good, but being the greater good. They are delegates who are speaking out against human rights violations, environmental crises, gender equality issues, discrimination, and injustice. They are the change. So that quote actually comes from the TIG, and I love that photo. Even though I think it's a really great photo, and perhaps Meghan is standing on the rocks there because of her stilettos. I'm guessing, just to make sure that her heels don't sink into the soil. So she's probably standing on the rocks there. But yeah, so that I love this photo. As a matter of fact, nothing against the other ladies, but if it was just the Duchess by herself, I would probably love it that much more. Let me see. Yep. Oh yeah, I think I read that one already. Oh, let me scroll. Let me scroll. Uh, Okay, hello, Cynthia Ashton. Merciful Monday, Baron, Baronet, and all squatties. Petal was on fire today. Yes, she was. I was taken to church, and the choir said amen again and again. I told you somebody got prosecuted. Let me see. Karen Lovely says, I remember, I think they said they don't care about them, but the announcement today and all the social media everywhere, breaking news, it means they cannot live without hearing about them. Isn't that what I just said the other day? As much as they love to try to the Cambridges more than anybody else, the Cambridges need to play off the Sussexes just to be relevant. They need the Sussexes. They must have the Sussexes. Otherwise, they are non-existent. They are a non-entity. Those kids cannot grow up fast enough. And what was it last week? I just shared I don't I still have it, but it's not handy. But I shared a clip from a magazine quoting or reporting on the Cambridge's desire to keep the kids as far away from the media glare as possible, that they might grow up with a bit of privacy. But nothing could be further from the truth because the Sussexes are actually were doing, and it continues to do the work that the Cambridges should have been doing all along instead of making this big, huge excuse. As a matter of fact, don't. Well, I was going to talk about it later, but I'm going to mention it now just so that I can try to get this set in my head because there was an announcement about the Sussex. I'm not Sussex, but the Cambridge household. So I'm going to get back to that point later. I promise I will get back to that point because it'll make sense when I get to it. Okay, so thank you so much so far for your comments. Let me see. Mascara says, Baron, the last thing you ever want is soil on a high fashion heel. Never cleans off, especially that color. Absolutely. So that was a good guess by me, right? All right. I wasn't sure, but it made sense. I'm just like, okay, maybe she's standing over there to avoid that soil. Okay. Pam Porter says, oh, that's for someone else. That's for someone else. Okay, let's go on to the next one, shall we? And at that time, I believe this was the Express. Now Harry's girlfriend Meghan is hailed as future global leader. I want to say this was 2015 that that photo was taken as a future global leader. Well, I tell you what, out of all the misinformation that they have in the Express, and I started to share some bits of the story, but it was a bit triggering, and so I was like, "No, nah, that's okay." Um, let me see. Um, oh, is it her birthday today? Really? I didn't know that. No wonder they were talking. Well, okay, I'm gonna get to her. Gonna get to her. So yeah, what a monumental, I guess, prediction. Now Harry's girlfriend Meghan is hailed as a future global leader. Well, she's there. She's there. As a matter of fact, I would say that before she married, that she was in a position of global leadership. But now, because of the great works that the Sussexes have done together they are likely going to they're likely going to outshine the rest of the royal family for years to come. It's just inevitable. It's here. It's inevitable. Whatever you want to call it. Um, the Cambridges, like I say, they need that competition. Otherwise, or should I say, they need to try to portray themselves as in play so that they could draw attention to themselves because they are absolutely nothing without the Sussexes. The Sussexes are a standalone structure. The Cambridges is like the old ratty house leaning up against the well kept, well manicured house, because the foundation of their house is literally sinking. So they're just leaning on the Sussexes just to remain relevant. Really sad, really sad. They have all the tools available to them, and they just don't know how to. Actually, they just can't use it because there's no there there. Mediocre Middleton and that dim-witted husband of hers. I mean, just okay, I'm not going to talk about them right now. Let me see. You are standing on a rock like you are standing on that rock as was denied by the builder, which at the end becomes the cornerstone. God be with you, princess. Oh, Faith Manzini, that is beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Sorry, I butchered it, but thank you so much for that. Okay. Oh, Crazy Trekker says, I love that the Sussexes will be flexing their popularity against the Cambridges, who will be in the U.S. at the same time, I believe, right? Well, they did say September, or was it October? Now, for some reason, don't ask me why, but it just seems more appropriate for those two to show up at Halloween than any other time of the year. Um, why are you all provoking me? I said I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to talk about them. But it just seems more appropriate that they would show up at Halloween. Don't ask me why. It just seems like that's their timing. Oh, man. Okay. All right, I got to get that out of my system because they just make me sick. Do you hear me? Sick. They just make me sick. Okay. So right here, I just wanted to touch a little bit about the WellChild. WellChild are delighted to announce that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be attending the WellChild Awards in association with the Global. What is that? G. Anyway, and that right there, I forgot what that means. Anyway, WellChild, we know how important it is for parents and carers to look after themselves. Find out how getting out into nature can help your well-being during summer holidays, mental health, um, those two hashtags. Okay, that is one part. Another one that I just lifted from their Twitter. One of the brilliant things about WellChild nurses is they understand the importance of having families together at home, and they understand the complexities of caring for a child with significant healthcare needs, and they emphasize with the impact that has on parents and siblings. And lastly, WellChild is a national charity giving children and young people with serious illness the best chance to thrive at home with their families. So, all of this is very important because quite often, when you have a child that is in need of special care, the other children may feel neglected. The other children may sometimes feel set upon because they are given extra responsibilities. So, this, I guess the right word is holistic, is a very holistic approach to the care of the child or sibling that has a very, long term illness, or even worse, may even be terminally ill, because you have to take care of the whole family. And when I think about this, you know, it makes me feel very emotional. This is so important, the work that they're doing. You have to take care of the whole family. You have to make sure that other members in the family are taking care of themselves. You have to make sure that they have time for themselves. And it's so important that if it's possible for that child to be in a home setting for that long term care, much better than being in an institution. So, this is so important. And I'm glad that the Sussexes will go over there. Like right here, Nathan and his family have benefited from the Manchester Well Child Better at Home Training Suite. In this suite, parents and carers can learn and often life-saving intervention needs. I'm sorry, yeah, often life-saving intervention needed by their children in a safe home-like environment. So if I understand that correct, it is essentially giving them all the training that, and look at that kid's bright, healthy, smiling face. Whatever else is going on with him, when a child is smiling, that means so much. That really means so much. Um, it's unfortunate when a child is not able to smile, is not well enough to smile. So, isn't he adorable? Right, Mary? Absolutely adorable. Look at that kid. So I love this. I love this. And then, of course, we're looking for an uh, enthusiastic and organized individual to support our family engagement team. This role will be working directly with our beneficiary family carers of children with serious health needs. Find out more and apply at. Okay, so then there's that part of it. Oh, all right. So that was it about the well child. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I think it's just such a great charity. And I'm wondering if it functions in any way like the Ronald McDonald House here in the U.S. Um, near a lot of the children's hospitals, or even major hospitals with children wards, they have the Ronald McDonald House, which is for the entire family. Again, you have to think about those other children. You have to think about the other children and the parents. The focus can not only be on the child that is unwell or sick or whatever. You got to take care of the whole family. That is the only way everybody can continue with peace of mind, and the whole family needs to heal. The whole family needs that care. So, oh, the official chaplain. Hello, Baron and Squatty family. These are times that try people of God's soul. That is why we are praying for God's protection for over our over on our Sussex family, Mom Doria, as well. They carry out their work. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, as they carry out their. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking well, child. As they carry out their work, thank you so much, Jacqueline Squash. Thank you, our official chaplain of Royal Sussex. Okay. Uh, Connie Balmer. Connie, you know what, Connie? I know what happened. I know what happened. That was my fault. Do you know when I was looking at the time today, I didn't actually put a time. I left it blank. I was trying to schedule it, and I didn't know if anybody had noticed, but I was trying to schedule for today and left it blank. So I didn't actually put the time in until probably by the time pedal came on. That's when I put the time in. And I was like, ooh, messed that up. That's the first time I think I've done that where I've actually opened up to schedule and I did put a title. I just didn't put a start time. So that was totally on me. But anyway, thank you for being here, Connie Balmer. Sorry about that. But yeah, tomorrow will be later for sure because I have a dental appointment. But yeah, I did mention I would be late, but not today. That will be tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow's the 16th. Okay, so we got that and that. Anyway, um, I don't know. I just feel very good about that charity. Moving on. Show us you care. I remember when Diana died, I had just been to church. The whole day had become eerie. Meanwhile, the world was begging Queen to attend Diana's funeral, shaking my head. I pray she is resting in peace wherever Diana is. Um, like I say, I know it was a Sunday. I had just got in from the club. I'm embarrassed to say, but I was out at the club on a Sunday and Sunday night. Well, no, I'm sorry. It was a Monday night, I think. Oh, I can't remember. Monday or Sunday. But let the flags fly at half mast. We all remember that. Your people are suffering. Speak to us, Mom. It's amazing that, in spite of everything that was going on, um, people are still incredibly respectful to the Queen. Where is our Queen? Where is her flag? Well, if you guys don't know, I'll tell you. When the Queen is not in residence, I believe that there is no flag at Buckingham Palace. And when the Queen is in residence, the flag goes up. And so, because of the pressure from the public, the Queen, when she was in residence, um, the flag went up. And because of the public pressure, then it went to half mast because, people were looking at the flag flying high and proud, and they were just like, "What is you doing on Halloween?" Oh, glad I could help, Donna. Thank you so much for being here. Oh man, let me see. I was camping and went out of town to get supplies. People were huddled together in groups reading her paper. Visually, you knew something was wrong. Couldn't believe when I heard. Devastating. Yeah, I tell you, for um, someone so full of life and so present, um, Mo Shannon. Mo Shannon has told me the story several times that her grandmother, a lifelong Catholic, her grandmother, Mo Shannon's grandmother was screaming and screaming. And Mo Shannon said she it startled her because she didn't know what happened. And her grandmother was wailing and crying because of Diana. And then her grandmother kept an altar in her garden where she lit candles. I mean, it may, if you're a Brit, it may be hard to conceive that there would be that much grief in the United States for Princess Diana, but it certainly was. It certainly was. I mean, just like every place else in the world, it just seemed like time stopped. It was that eeriness like we experienced on other occasions, like I don't want to compare it to 9/11, but it just had that strange eeriness that I could, if you remember that time, it was very much like that where people just sat in front of the TV. It just didn't seem real. So but yeah, so that seemed to be the reaction for quite a few people. It was just people were stunned. Gina Suchi says, "Hey Baron, hello fam. Just wondering if One World is associated with the royal family. I don't know. I don't know. I was listening earlier to Petal, and she mentioned that there were those rather odd tweets coming from the woman who I guess she was the founder, but I don't know if it's associated with the royal family in any way. I don't suspect it is, but and also, if so, is there a patron? I don't think there's a royal patron for them either. So yeah, I'm not sure. But that is a great question. Thank you so much for asking. But I will definitely look into that. But if anybody know, please feel free to comment. But I do not believe that that has anything to do with that family. Um, and if they haven't misappropriated any funds or anything like that, then I'm sure it has nothing to do with that family. I had to get that dig in there. I couldn't let that get by. Thank you so much, Gina, and thank you for the super chat and watching Royal Sussex. Hello, Miss S. I hope you are well. Let me see. I remember she is cold hearted. Then the person to use her boys to block him from the public scrutiny. Yes, that did happen and make them walk behind her casket so he won't get booed or stoned or worse. He thought that they were going to come after him, and rightly so. Rightly so. People have never seen the British grieve like that. Just so you guys know, if you are a non-Brit, if you are a Brit, from everything I've heard, I don't think anybody has ever seen grief like that in the United Kingdom. Diana is the only Caucasian woman I ever cried about when she died. Angela, I'm pretty sure you're in good company with that. I am very sure you are in good company with that. Let me see. Probably Sunday. I had just gotten back from a trip to Atlanta. I was watching the news and heard there was an accident. Later, her death was announced. We were all in shock. A very long week. Well, in that Diana documentary, The Princess, when those guys were, playing around with their home video camera, and that one guy let out that primal scream when they announced it. At that point, I was I was pretty much, feeling that flood of emotions coming back from that point to the very end of the documentary. Let me see why it hit me so hard. I heard a psychologist say that women, especially in their 30s, felt like this. She was, let me see, 2 years older than me. Huh. Let me see. Yeah, and a few years older than myself. Yeah, yeah, and I guess when you're in that age group and something like that happens, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that it would do that. And then anytime a younger person, especially teenagers or younger, but anytime a younger person dies, it's just for me. The older I get, the more painful it is when that happens. Uh, especially that feeling like they had so much more to offer to the world. They had so much more life ahead of them. So yeah, that too is very painful. But Diana was just, I don't know, just such a life force. The idea that she's not here, and especially at that time, the idea that she wasn't ever going to be, around anymore was just shocking. Absolutely shocking. Okay. Let's see. I remember in Trinidad there were a news guy who could not keep the tears, so he read the story with tears streaming down his face, soaking his shirt. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's see. I was worried, but then I realized the royal family and the Rolands are playing checkers with King Harry playing chess. Checkmate, suckers. Exactly. Exactly. I expect that Harry is going to make sure that everything goes well. Especially, given the light of this recent documentary, I hope, I hope and pray, I hope and pray that that really makes a difference. Not only the documentary, but the recent lawsuit from Prince Harry. Um, I think that that should you can never put anything past that family, but I hope that common sense prevails and they will do everything they can to make sure that this visit goes as uneventful as possible, right? Uneventful as possible. If anybody's from the institution is listening, that is my advice. Make sure that this is uneventful as possible. Let me see. The queen thought she was the only one who was popular, and she was surprised by such an outpouring of such grief all over the world. Yeah, you know, some people have questioned exactly how bright she is. I mean, she does her work, and I'm sure she's a lot of fun to have a conversation with. But when it comes to making decisions like that, if most of your life decisions are deferred to the men in gray suits, if you don't really ever have to be accountable, if every day people have assured you that you are the most brilliant and worthy person in the room, maybe some things you just don't get. Even with age, maybe that wisdom does not rise to the occasion where you realize that you don't really got a good grip on things such as they are. So um, that's always a possibility that they may be a certain amount of you know, uh, ignorance, for lack of a better word, if there is a better word, but maybe there's just a lot of things she's ignorant to. Thank you for your comment. Verda Sanchez says, I believe we all cried that day. It was really, really sad. Hearts breaking all over the world. It's nonsense what they put for Princess Diana, put poor Princess Diana through, right? And then her babies had to grow up without their mom. Yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes about how um, surreal it must have been for them when they had to wake them up early in the morning and tell them there's been an accident, you know, and then all of a sudden, um, you know, all of this activity in the house and everybody's up. Um, all of that had to have been just absolutely bizarre. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure by now you've all heard that quote. Let's see. Let me bring it down so we can all see it. All right. When you put a modern person in an ancient institution, they will be destroyed. But once an institution starts destroying people, it's time to recognize there is something fundamentally wrong with that institution and not the people it destroys. So that was from Omid Scobie reminding people. Actually, I don't think that was his quote. I believe that came from someone in the documentary. I think. I think I heard that in the documentary. So, but he did tweet that. Okay, so changing gears, you guys. Changing gears. Let's wish Auntie Maxine, Auntie Maxine. We have to wish her a happy birthday. Maxine Moore Waters was born in 1938, is an American politician serving as the United States Representative for California's 43rd Congressional District since 1991. That's Auntie Maxine. She is the congressman from, um, or should I say, the congressman from the 43rd Congressional District in California. So happy birthday, Auntie Max. Yes, we all love Maxine. Well, look at the two memes. There's a million memes out there from Maxine Waters. Hey Donald, remember that you was talking that came out during the impeachment. Remember that you were talking? All right, and then the other one, hey Bill, how you like my wig now? Well, apparently Bill O'Reilly had made some disparaging comment about Auntie Maxine's hair, and so then he got driven off of television. First, he had to apologize, and then it came out that he has a lot in common with Mr. Peepers. He seems to have a lot in, well, not the illegal parts of in common, but just, being a bit handsy and stuff. So he's a bit of a scandal in his own right, but not that there was anything illegal that I know of, but they did drive him off of Fox News. So, and good riddance, Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly was a bit of a bully, and he got his comeuppance, so I'm glad for that. If you guys have ever seen that video where he had this big meltdown, apparently he's like 6'5" and very overbearing and such. But I had to tell you guys, one day Phil Donahue was on Bill O'Reilly's show, and Phil Donahue, you don't really think of Phil Donahue as being this, alpha male, but um, Bill Riley could not handle Phil Donahue. Phil Donahue took him to school and dropped him off with milk money. Do you hear me? Took him to school. And I was so proud of Phil Donahue that day. I mean, I could have built a monument to him. So, yeah, Bill Riley, the angry white man on right wing conservative television who wants everybody to believe that in a country that caters to white men of power, that he was somehow a victim, just like Trump and all the rest of the people that follow that stuff. It's amazing how they are the victims. They are the victims. The only way that their misogyny and the R word stuff works is that they have to portray themselves as the victim. And Maxine Waters calls them out again and again. So thank you, Auntie Max. Okay, Cheryl Bennett, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. All right. Also today is National Day in Liechtenstein. Yes, today is National Day. This is also the first, or is it the second National Day? I think it's the second National Day, but the first that they have celebrated National Day without Princess Marie, Her Serene Highness Princess Marie. That is the lady that you see seated there. She died of a massive stroke, I believe, last year. She had a massive stroke. And to the right of the image, you can see Princess Angela of Liechtenstein. Well, that is the crown prince and the reigning prince. They don't have a king, the Prince of Liechtenstein. And just to give you a better look, there is their flag right there with the crown. Liechtenstein was actually a principality granted to Prince, whatever his name was, of Liechtenstein, the Holy Roman Austrian Emperor granted this little 65 square mile territory its own statehood. And after World War II, after the Habsburgs were stripped of their power, Liechtenstein became an independent state. Um, and there is Angela of Liechtenstein with her son Alphonse, and in between mother and son is Maximilian Liechtenstein. That is the family name. That is the name of the country. It is high up in the Alpine Mountains. They neighbor with Connie Baumer. They are neighbors of Connie Baumer, so to speak. Switzerland, and they are landlocked, so their neighbors are Switzerland, and I believe Austria, of course, and perhaps Germany. Oh no, yeah, it's another country I think they border with. But anyway, they are up in the mountains, and they are rich, rich, rich. One of the wealthiest royal families in the world. And so, if you guys don't know the story, some years ago, Maximilian, the very tall, slender guy in the middle there, was at a party in New York City, and he saw some black girl magic across the room at a party. And um, just like Prince Harry, he decided he needed to up his game a bit. And oh, do they, Connie Balmer? They used the Swiss francs, right? It's the franc. Um, they their eyes met. They spent a couple of days together in bliss, and anyway, he just could not live without her, even though she is 11 years his senior. But he had to tell the family, I met a girl. And so, you guys know the rest of the story, perhaps, that they were married. They had a civil ceremony in Liechtenstein, and then they had a wedding, a formal wedding in New York. And the parents, of course, was there. His brother, the crown prince, was there. But there were some members of the Liechtenstein family who said, oh my God, this is the beginning of the end. He then brought that woman of color, or however they put it, into the family. And there were some members who were not very supportive, especially when this black woman from New York, who originally hails from Panama, comes in there and outranks almost everybody else in the family. They just couldn't take it. Now, she doesn't do interviews, and she is quite reclusive, if you will, but they have raised their child, who was born in, I believe, London, but they have raised their family between, I believe, Germany and London. So at least the father and son, I believe they both speak German, English, and oh gosh, I forget. I think they speak another language. And as for Angela, I don't know what languages she speak aside from English, but she's just one of the family. Just one of the family. Okay, so that was that group of slides. I still got more to go. Let me see here. Any comments? Crack Me Up Love says it's hard for us to just imagine Harry feeling. Just imagine being stuck with these folks after losing his mom. This is just unbelievable. They are doing the same thing again. Monsters. Yeah. Yeah. And what was he, 13 years old at the time? Being a child, there are certain things that you are aware of, right? Have we all experienced this where something is not right? And you don't have the language to actually articulate what you have witnessed or what you suspect. But as you grow older, you have that aha moment when you say, oh, that's what happened. And I think about that with Harry all the time. What is it that he knows of, or what is it that he has witnessed that may have caused him to say, this is what happened or that happened. So, um, yeah, I think about that with him sometimes. Okay, so moving on. Let me see. Where is it at here? Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you, Mod Squad, Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Mo Shannon, Anastasia Isabella, Sherry Ware, Anna Espinoza, Cookies and Creams, Black Queen, Sean, and Diane Hawkins. Thank you, our moderators. All right, so this lady right here, ooh, she really got under my skin. Lady Antonia Frazier on the Duchess Meghan. I just wish vainly she'd shut up. Seriously? Really? Are we going there? On feminism, I believe strongly, yes, passionately. Oh, by the way, this is from Celibici. I think Kaiser wrote this. Yes, Kaiser from Celibici. Um, that men are equal with women. Um, Men are okay, okay. And on Queen Elizabeth, the Queen is the greatest of our time. Of exactly this time, she is the perfect monarch. Isn't she the only monarch you have right now? Do you get a chance to shop and compare? I think there's only one person on the throne at a time. Okay, but I digress. The Duchess of Cornwall will make a fine queen consort. Outside of the Westminster, okay, let me stop. I'm Y'all know what I was about to say. I was about to mention a particular show, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But outside of that show, I don't know how much use she is, but okay. She's a good emotional support partner for Charles. I'll just say that. Okay. Anyway, she's done a lot of good work, she says. Well, she ain't got nothing else to do but to go and sit there and listen to people and pretend like she's sympathetic or empathetic with them. Okay, she was originally optimistic about the Duchess of Sussex. When Meghan first came to this country, I was very much in favor of her as an independent force. In order to remain the same, you must change, I wrote her a letter. I said, do not reply. I was just talking about independent women in history. I've written about, I sent it to Frogmore, where the Sussexes lived. It came back saying, not known at this address. Okay, well, I don't know how that happened, sweetie. And then she says she has changed her mind on the Sussexes. Now, of course, you have. Now I'm afraid appearing on Oprah Winfrey was worse than a crime. Worse than a crime. It was a mistake. I just wish vainly she'd shut up. And Prince Harry and Prince Andrew, I'd like to see another photo photograph of the Duchess of Cambridge rather than read another thing about Prince Harry. Um, so this was the response from Kaiser. I'm trying to think of the last time the Duchess of Sussex made any kind of public statement whatsoever. Yes, there was the Oprah interview in March 2021. Meghan released that hilarious Daily Fail statement when she won her lawsuit against the Mail last December, and that's about it. Why do people feel they need to tell Meghan, and almost always only Meghan, to shut up when she barely says anything at all? Let me guess the answer: racism. Imagine thinking that the Oprah interview was worse than a crime. It was a mistake. That's why they all still so mad too, because Meghan has a voice, because she uses her voice to criticize their patriarchal, backwards, asinine world. Thank you, Kaiser. Kaiser said what needed to be said. Now, Alima Zimmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happiest of Mondays to you. Okay, moving on. Now, as you guys know, sometimes the squad may exact a certain amount of justice when somebody gets out of pocket. So I don't know who it was, but somebody in the Sussex squad just pointed out that this old biddy looks a lot like Beetlejuice. It wasn't me. Now, I did add a few photos to help make their case, but it wasn't me. But yes, there does seem to be a striking resemblance to that of um, Beetlejuice. So I don't know. Maybe somebody must have said his name 3 times and then she appeared. But this is what happens when you say Beetlejuice. Oops, I just said it 3 times. If you say Beetlejuice 3 times, if you repeat it 3 times in a row, then this is what happens. That some old washed up has been with bangs trying to hide the passages of time on her forehead decides to go rogue and start speaking out against the Sussexes. So, what is her name? Lady Antonia Fraser. I never heard of her until then, but there she is with the Duchess of Cornwall, Judy Dench, and whoever that other woman is. But yeah, so um, great movie. I didn't know she was in it, but and this is why I love the squad, because the squad goes there. The squad will go there. The squad will call you out and more. Okay. And that is the most. All right. What about this? Exhibition presents a. Okay. Let me see. Can't see that one. A world history of protests from the last 250 years through currency that has been mutilated as cries of anger, injustice, mockery, or despair, the museum said. It is the first major exhibition to display money used as public canvas for political and social rebellion throughout 250 years of history. And on display, they will have banknotes or, well, cash. Oh, yeah, cash. That's a banknote, right? Anyway, they will have money, they will have bills with the images of the Sussexes and so on. So, that exhibition will take place at the Fitzwilliams Museum in Cambridge. Well, there's two names I don't like right there, Fitzwilliams and Cambridge. So, all right, so I probably won't go see it, but it is there. I wonder if they are going to run that image that I created that reminds people that Lady C looks like a nickel when she turns sideways. I wonder if they will have that on display, huh? I don't think any museum that features currency is complete if they don't remind people that when Lady C turns sideways, she looks just like one of our founding fathers. She looks just like a nickel. So, unless they have that, if I found out that was on display, I would go. But absent Lady C, which is really so sad. The people with the hate channels, they have like, especially Lady C. As far as I'm concerned, that's a hate channel. And Lady C routinely gets some huge numbers of people who wake up with this desire to hate. I don't understand that. The Fox network here in the US, it's not as though they have. Anyway, so that's enough about Lady C and that half nickel, flip side of the nickel. And then, of course, there's the unfortunate accidental release of the commemorative William coin. The Prince William coin on the right is the actual coin, but that was actually leaked out of the mint. They had to go back and change it because they realized that William had this startling resemblance to Mr. Burns. So they had to go back and change it by adding just a little hair, not much, just a little, because they don't want, someone to dig up an ancient archaeological site in 1,000 years and find out that William really didn't have any hair, but on top. So that is the actual coin on the right. And of course, they took some license with the image on the left. They almost make him look like, well, he doesn't. It almost looks like William, but not really. Just barely. But yeah, so that's the supposed to be the Willie coin on the left, but we all know that it's actually the coin on the right. And of course, the Money Museum should also feature an exhibit on bags of money. I mean, how could you possibly have a proper exhibit if they don't mention the way that old money bags, I mean, literally, I mean, that's no saying money bags, but he literally is money bags. If you don't have anything that mentions the money bags, then you are really being derelict of your duty. So, this is just my suggestion to the museum. Make sure you feature those bags of cash that come from some shady, dodgy places. Make sure you put that in your exhibit, right? Right. Okay, you guys. Now, let me do a break beat. Let me do a break beat because I'm on a roll right now. I got to get this out. I got to get it out. Leaving the Kensington Palace Goldfish Bowl, William and Kate will move to Adelaide Cottage to give their children most normal upbringing possible before William becomes king, but won't have room for live-in nanny. You mean to tell me all this time they've had a live-in nanny? I don't know why I thought that at this point the nannies would go home at the end of the day, but I guess I was wrong. If they have a live-in nanny, why is Kate always so flippin' tired? That is the laziest person in the family. How could she be so tired if they got a live-in nanny? Because nothing in this world is going to make me believe that Kate jumps up in the middle of the night. If they got a live in nanny, then that means that the nanny's room is right off of the nursery. Huh? How's that sensible? And of course, one of the squatties, if you look at the red box right there, this is new. PR Kensington on what is that? Kensington Man is really trying to act like they're your average family. Oh, yeah, right. The Cambridges are just the average family because the average family has not one, but apparently two helicopters at their disposal, a private jet, and a fleet of Range Rovers. That is the typical average family. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Am I doing this right, Pedal? Pedal, are you still there? Am I doing this right? I just realized I'm prosecuting. Yes, I'm feeling the power. See, I'm gonna have to watch Pedal every day before I go on because I feel like I'm prosecuting the case. I could do that. Come on. Okay, anyway. Uh Prince William and Kate Middleton are reportedly set to uproot from Kensington. Their young family will not have Spanish, what is it, Norland nanny, Spanish Norland nanny, um, whatever that is, Maria Barello on hand. She was hired by the royal couple to help look after George, Charlotte, and Louis. To help. She was raised to look after George, Charlotte, and Louis, not to help. If anything, the Cambridges help. Come on now, get it right now. And look at that photo on the left side. I call that the flowers in the attic photo. See how the little kids just wave and don't even know that they in the fishbowl? I call that flowers in the attic. But I tell you, How could you be tired if you got a whole team of people looking after your children? No wonder that little boy act like he didn't know her. That's why. That's why. Now that makes sense. When they were at the what was that, at the Jubilee, and the little boy tried to stick his fist in his mama's mouth. Maybe that's why, because he probably don't even know her. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm probably exaggerating, but maybe she looked familiar. And he probably thought, "Oh, hey, haven't I seen you at the house before? You're mommy." so so that explains a lot. Now it makes sense. Well, thank goodness Kate did all that child care development stuff, because she's going to need it. It's a good thing that she put her name on other people's work. It's a good thing that it took her 10 years to come up with 5 questions about how to raise a child properly, because otherwise, scenes like that would have never happened, as I exaggerate with the air of disdain in my voice. So what they're not saying is they're going to keep the place that came at the Kensington Palace. They are going to keep that mysterious place up in Scotland, and they are going to keep Amber Hall. It's not like they're getting rid of anything. They're not losing anything. So they got one house that won't have a and wait a minute. Let's go back to this. Um William and Kate will move to Adelaide Cottage and give their children most normal upbringing possible before William becomes king, but won't have room for a live-in nanny. All they're saying is she's not spending the night. All that says is that the nanny is no longer spending the night. That doesn't mean that they don't have 4 houses, and it doesn't mean that they won't have a child care professional within the household. So she won't spend the night. So what? I bet you she'll be there at 5 a.m. I bet you that the next nanny that comes in won't get off until about midnight. That's all that means. Why even? What is this? What's the point of this? What is the point of this? Who y'all talking to? Y'all ain't fooling nobody. This so stupid. Okay. Hello. All right. All right. All right. Oh no. Oh, sorry, you guys. Today, I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. So I actually, okay, let me get rid of one of these. I knocked myself out of the live stream again. This thing is so sensitive. I actually swept my hand across the screen. Either that or MI6 is on me. I don't know. But I knocked myself out of the live stream again, but that's okay. Um, so long as we recover quickly, right? Okay. No problem. I'm still here. I'm still here. So let me go back to my slides. I am almost done, I assure you. Well, almost. So we were talking about that and that. And now on to this. Yes, 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 yes. This is the other thing that I wanted to talk about. This right here. So I told you guys I was going to talk about Afro Annie, and I am. Princess Anne's incredible 3-word reply to armed man during terrifying kidnapped attempt. Princess Anne, who celebrates her 72nd birthday today, was the victim of an attempted kidnap in 1974. However, the Queen's daughter managed to stay completely calm during the terrifying ordeal. Uh, Completely calm means that when the person who tried to grab her stuck his head in that car window and saw that face looking back at him, that resting Princess Anne face, he probably his knees buckled and that was the end of the ordeal. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure when he took a good look at her, that was probably it. Like, nope. That poor guy probably lost his nerves. He looked her in the face and said, nope. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is they're trying to talk about this because everybody who watched The Princess knows exactly what Anne said when she found out that William was born, when they asked about Diana, and she gave that rather snippy, short reply. And of course, the Queen Mother, who didn't even bother to go and see about the newborn first great grandson or great grandchild for that matter, she couldn't be bothered. The Queen Mother just could not be. Well, actually, no, is he the first? No, let me think. Was William the first? No, there's kids older than William, right? I don't think William was the first, but the heir, the firstborn, heir. So, uh, okay, but anyway, I think that the reason they're trying to oh, I'm echoing still. Sound okay? Okay. All right. Well, I know it was echoing earlier. I know it did that. But I closed out the other window so it wouldn't do that anymore. But yeah, so that I think that's what they're doing is they're trying to make us not think about. Oh, I am echoing. Really? That's strange. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix that. I am still echoing, huh? Let me see. Woo! Oh man. The Queen's mother's teeth looks like petrified wood. Oh man. Oh, thank you, Lucy Wynn. Thank you so much. Um That's all that gin that she drinks. You know she drinks a lot of gin. Oh Lord. Okay, you guys. All right. So lastly, this is the last thing that I want to talk about. But that was all I had to say about Afro Annie. Is just that I think they're trying to distract from, what she said in that documentary. Believe me, there will be more talk about that if I have anything to do with it. These guys were struggling with a coffin, like 10 of them Why was she buried on the golf course besides the financial aspect so nobody would ever exhume her? Okay. Okay. I know this seems rather morbid, but stay with me. So, um why is it when I look at this picture I think of that song from Judy Collins? Does anybody know? Does anybody even realize what song from Judy Collins comes to mind? Yes, creative life. Yes, yes, yes. You asked that question at just the right time. But can y'all think of that song from Judy Collins? I can't say it because I have to remain above the fray because I'm the content creator. But if you all think of that song, that I won't confirm or deny. If you all think of the song, I won't confirm or deny it. Um, that's so bad. That is so bad, you guys. You guys are just dreadful. How dare you say that? How dare you say what I'm thinking? I mean, think what I'm saying. You know what I mean. How dare you? How dare you? Oh man. Uh, I decided to go out shady. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly, exactly. Well, creative life. Let's get to it, shall we? Ivana Trump, and also nuclear secrets and stuff. When I saw this on Twitter, I thought I was going to scream. This was so funny. I don't know who made this, but that was absolutely hilarious. That was so funny. I don't know who did this. I don't know who did this, but when I saw that, I'm just like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I gotta share that. I love the way they didn't say documents, just and also nuclear secrets and stuff. Oh man, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Um, Cemeteries in New Jersey do not pay tax. In New Jersey, if a family member is buried on your property, the property cannot be seized. Well, that seems like an awfully big plot. Who was cremated? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think it rather strange that they are struggling. How are they struggling? Why? I know, I know. And they say Twitter is bad for your mental health. Well, I tell you what the cure is. This is the cure right here. If this doesn't cure what ails you, I don't know what does. When I saw this, I let out a scream. I thought that was so funny. I told you stop saying what I'm thinking. Y'all need to stop that. Get out of my mind. Stop reading my mind. That moment you realize he will bury you at a golf course in New Jersey. I love that. And then, of course, take a look at this. Trump to Trump supporter, get off our property. While my father loves almost all his supporters, please do not come to Mar-a-Lago to support President Trump. We have many important people coming through the club and need to keep it clean. Donald Trump Jr. How is that helpful? How is that helpful? You got people trying to support your father, and yet you make this sweeping indictment that the same people that are trying to support him is going to get the place dirty. What they gonna do? Throw they Taco Bell and McDonald and Kentucky Fried Chicken wrappers and boxes and stuff all over the grass? I mean, that is just this is what you call saying the quiet parts out loud. Like, oh, those people are just they're nasty. They're gonna get the place all messed up. What is that family? As much as I don't ever want to see them near the White House again, I have to admit there are days when they are perfect for comic relief. I mean, whose idea was this to throw somebody's mama in a golf course? What And I have one last thing to say. Who broke her nose? Who broke her nose? That's what they need to figure out is who broke their mama's nose. Because somebody broke her nose. I'm just saying. Um, I don't know what happened, but it looked like somebody had broke their mama nose. Um, now, during the election, I told you guys during the election, I was quite vicious toward that family. When I get mad at people, I turn them into a pig. Well, I got mad and I turned them into a pig. So, I'm just saying, sometimes I get a little mad and then I start turning people into pigs, especially when they calling other people a pig. I turn them into a pig. And of course, Steve Harvey making that famous trip to Trump Tower, he made me mad too. So I decided to turn him into the butler. Oh man. And of course, this was around the same time when I first realized that Trump looked like a Yeti. So I get a little put off with people, and sometimes it makes me do weird things. So um I guess two things that people should avoid. If you don't want to get prosecuted, don't get on pedals nerves. And if you don't want to get turned into a pig, don't get on my nerves. uh, Let me see. Well, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I think I get it, right? My father loves, let me see that. Let me go back there again. Um, Let me see. While my father loves almost all his supporters, please do not come to Mar-a-Lago to support President Trump. We have many important people coming through the club and need to keep it clean. I think I got it. Almost. You know what? Um, this is one, okay, obviously, but yeah, all right. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Oh Lord. So anyway, Steve Harvey is the butler. And of course, that was exactly. Yep, exactly. Well, okay. And then there's this, of course, is something about those old hateful white men in power that they start looking like yetis to me. But not all of them are in power. Some of them are in a small town in the north of Mexico and frequenting the convenience stores and, coming home with a bucket of chicken and some beer. Um, so those two can sometimes take on the appearance of the Yeti. So, um, I know Lydia loves this photo, but that silhouette right there, and this is one of my favorite silhouettes in all my life. That is one of my favorite silhouettes. It's Thomas Markle exiting a convenience store in Mexico. That I love the way I love the way he got that foot turned in and that knee dipped. I don't know what it is about that photo that gets me. Oh man. But remember, you guys, this is very important. They say that if a Yeti can see his shadow, we have 6 more weeks of winter. So don't forget that. If a Yeti can see, oh man. Oh, anyway, you guys, I actually had this planned for yesterday, and I totally forgot to mention all this stuff yesterday, starting with, of course, the nuclear secrets and stuff. I don't know why every time I look at that, I get so tickled. Ivana Trump. Wait, Ivana Trump. And also nuclear secrets and stuff. That is so funny. Whoever did that, to me, that is like the meme of the year. But it does ask a lot of questions. It begs questions. Why are they struggling? Even if that wasn't the case, why are they struggling with this coffin? If there's 10 of them, why is that such a struggle? And these are some pretty big dudes. Only for us to find out that she was cremated, and yet there is a full size plot. Somebody needs to look into that. That's strange. That is very strange. So there's got to be more to this story, and hopefully, in the coming days that will come out. But I look at her eyes, and aside from Judy Collins, her eyes are telling me that there's something more to this story. I think they need to take her dog downtown and question. They need to get that dog, send a couple of black and whites out there to pick up that dog and take him downtown and ask him some questions, because that dog saw something. The dog saw something. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you guys, I am so done. I am so done. Thank you so much for letting me get this out my system, because I mean to tell you, I was just very concerned about that, this whole thing with the golf course and cremation and documents and raids and stuff like that. So until we get to the bottom of this, I still want to ask some questions. I really want to ask questions. So oh yes, the dog is in shock. He saw it all. He is. That dog is in terrible shock. They probably put that dog in the witness protection program, moving the dog every night from shelter to shelter. Oh man. Okay, you guys, that was quite the messy ending, but I got to go. I am going to wish of course, love to our faves, our queen of everything, Queen Doria, and our queen of hearts, Princess Diana. I'm so glad Diana is getting her voice back, and we're going to make sure that she's always heard. And yes, I think that's a good idea. In the meantime, in the meantime, if for whatever reason that you all suspect that things are not what they appear to be, there is a solution. There's a solution.
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
Oh man, yes, there is a solution. If you have any information as to the whereabouts of Ivana's dog, please call the police as soon as possible.
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
If you if you have any information as to the whereabouts of Ivana's dog, please notify the authorities. So far, there hasn't been a reward. Well, wait a minute now. How big was that dog? How big was he? Because that that might explain a whole lot. How big was that dog? Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done. Let's ginger binge, and I will see you all later. I think Ann is coming up soon, so I will see y'all over there. Let me see. Well, I think she was scheduled for later, but anyway, check your listing for it. So, okay, you guys, and don't forget, there's a fundraiser going on, and I will. Anyway, Lydia is going to link it in the comments, and I'll make sure that I peg it. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. And last comment of the day is, okay. Have they rubbed out the dog too? Yes, that is epic. That is an epic last comment of the day. Is have they rubbed out the dog too? Well, there's only one way for us to find out. Okay. Okay, what am I trying to do here? Whew. All right. I just got a lot of questions, you guys. I have a lot of questions, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of some things. That's all. It's not really my job. It's not within my pay grade, but I'm trying to find out for everybody exactly what happened. Okay. All right. Ginger Vince, thank you so much. Love you guys. Gotta go. And I will see you all tomorrow, maybe later tomorrow, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Okay, guys. Have a good day. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so now you know the story of Royal Sussex. That is the story of Royal Sussex. That is how it all happened. Was somebody had a dream of seeing a royal wedding, and yeah, and 2018 I was able to be there, and so once upon a time there was a very handsome who dreamed of seeing a royal wedding. Right? Right. When Harry met Meghan, everything changed. He became a squatty to defend the Sussexes with love and laughter abound. And all he wishes, I'm sorry, I think it was all his wishes came true. Isn't that just adorable? Ah, the Sussexes. And they lived happily ever after. Okay, that's it. I just thought I would surprise y'all and throw that in there. Okay. All right. See you guys. That's it for show. That is it for show. Thank you, Beverly McCaskill. I had fun today. I had fun today. After everything with seeing the that the documentary, I needed a laugh. I needed something different. So anyway. All right, you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. Love you guys. In broadcast.